And like, no joke, my camera just died. The devil does not want me to film this today. But we're doing it anyway. Not today, Satan. Hi everyone and welcome. This is my first ever YouTube video. My name is Karen. Most of you here probably know me either from Instagram, or you know me personally, or I've done your makeup before. So first, before I even get into it, I just want to say such a huge thank you for everyone's support and for most of all your patience. I know I said I was going to do this like about a year ago. I wanted to get into YouTube and I've just been really kind of nervous and putting it off. I am a perfectionist with things I'm most passionate about, and makeup obviously is one of those. So I was putting this off, I won't lie. I was talking to my sister-in-law and telling her about how excited I was to start YouTube, and I just felt like, you know, she was kind of saying like, why haven't you started it yet? When are you gonna put up a video? And I was saying, well, I feel like I need just a couple more components. Like, I think I really want to get some softbox lights. Like, I just love the idea of 3-point lighting, and I really want to get that. And a few minutes later, she was like, all right, they're on the way to your office. Like, you're out of excuses. So she actually ordered me these lights. So Alicia, thank you so much. Thank you so much to Victoria for helping me edit and being my backbone through all of this. I just appreciate you guys. It's dumb emotions. So just before I get all weird, thank you so much for being here, for supporting me. If you want to see more like this, subscribe to my channel. I would so appreciate it. I'm so excited to start this journey with you. So yeah, today, anyways, besides all that nonsense, today we are gonna do kind of a natural winged liner daytime appropriate look, and then I'm going to show you how to transition it into nighttime going out, kind of a more dramatic nighttime look. So we are gonna start with my naked face. This is real, it's just what it is. So I'm gonna prime first. I'm starting out with this little guy right here. It's the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Mist. So I'm just gonna spray my face first with that. And since I'm a crazy person, I actually like 2 primers at the same time. So this is the Becca Backlit Priming Filter. I'm gonna go in with just 1 pump of this next. Like this on my face. Okay. Ready? Let's do it. All right, so then I'm gonna go in with my favorite foundation of all time. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. I love the liquid formula too, but this one's just super easy because it's a stick. So just do a few swipes all over my face. And this one doesn't match me perfectly. I get spray tans pretty regularly, so foundations hardly ever match me perfectly because I feel like I change color like every day. So you're gonna see what I do in a minute. So I'm just gonna blend this all over. I'm gonna be mixing. I hardly ever wear just one type of foundation. So I am gonna be going in on top of that with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. You do not have to do this. Absolutely not. This is just what I do. And I found that it works for me. I like the way these two act together. So I'm going with this, and where I want a little bit more coverage, I'm gonna put my brush there first. Oh, and if you're curious about this brush, this is the Morphe M439 Kabuki, and then just blend it out. So now that I've got my foundation on, I'm going to conceal, again with 2 different concealers, but these 2 are very similar. I'm gonna be using the Ulta Full Coverage Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium Cool. And then I'm also gonna be using the NYX HD Concealer in the shade CW02. So this one is a little bit closer to my skin tone, as you'll see. It's very close. And a tiny bit on my forehead. And down the bridge of my nose and my chin. And then on top of that, I'm gonna go in with the NYX one, something lighter to highlight. Then I'm gonna go in with a damp beauty blender. put this under the sink a couple minutes ago, so I'm just gonna spray it to make it a little more damp. This is just Fix Plus by MAC. Make it a little bit more damp. And I'm going to blend out that concealer. Okay, so as soon as we're done blending, we're gonna wanna set that immediately. You're gonna wanna set it as soon as possible to prevent creasing. Especially I'm using the Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under my eyes. This is my favorite under eye powder. And I'm using another Sigma brush. This is the, I've had this one for a long time, F35 tapered highlighter. This is my favorite under eye setting brush. Perfect. Next, I'm going to set my whole face. My favorite face setting powder. I go back and forth, but right now I've really been loving the RCMA No Color Powder. And I'm using this Real Techniques gold brush. I'm just gonna take this and press it first because it is a loose powder, so it does get kind of messy. No, I'm just gonna buff it all over my face. I'm not gonna go into huge detail about how I do my eyebrows because I feel like I do them different pretty frequently. I sometimes use a pomade, I sometimes use a powder. I change my mind a lot. So if you want an in-depth brow tutorial, I've been kind of like playing with the idea of like brows 3 ways, like how to use a powder, how to use a pencil, how to use like a pomade. If you want to see that, definitely let me know in the comments. Message me on Instagram, tweet me, message me on Facebook. Let me know what you guys want to see. I can definitely do something like that. I'm gonna do my eyes next. So first thing I'm gonna do is prime my eyeballs with, which is the Maybelline Master Prime Eye Primer. This one's still very good for drugstore and it's super affordable. So I'm just going to use this, prime my eyelids. It's super important to prime for eyeshadow because otherwise your eyeshadow will just fall off your face and you wasted your time and money. So I'm just going to blend this with my finger. So onto eyeshadow. I'm using this palette that I made. This is my go-to palette. I use this almost every single day and it has just a bunch of random shadows that I love. But I will tell you which ones I'm using today. I'm going to start with Makeup Geek Beaches and Cream, and I'm using this huge fluffy brush by Morphe. This is the E27 from their Elite collection. I love these brushes. They are such high quality. They are so soft and they're super affordable, so that's amazing as well. So I'm going to start with Beaches and Cream on my fluffy brush, and I'm just going to start in the crease, and I'm just going to rock and roll. So we're going to roll in the corner and then windshield wiper rocking motions through the crease. And I lay this down first. Laying down any shade that is close to your skin tone first will just help everything blend a lot easier. So regardless of what you're going in on top of, going in with on top of, good grief. Regardless what you use next, it's important to do this first step because this is really laying the foundation for your entire eye look. Okay, next I'm going to go in with a little bit of a smaller brush. This is a Sigma E25 blending brush. This one's a little bit more small. It's kind of flattened on the side. So I use this to get a little bit more precise. And I'm going in next with the shade Creme Brule, also by Makeup Geek. It's kind of a medium light brown. I'll show it to you so you can see. It's kind of a lightish brown shade. It's a very, very good transition shade. You can use whatever you have that is similar. This is another go-to that I use all the time. And I'm just going right on top of, right underneath where we put the Beaches and Cream, and I'm gonna go a little bit into the corner, like the outer V area, but also in the crease here. And I want it to be the most dark in the outer corner, so that's where I'm putting my brush first. And I'm kind of patting it in there, getting it very saturated on the brush, and then patting it in the outer corner before I blend it out. Right under where we put the Beaches and Cream. I don't want to go up as high because I do want there to obviously be a little bit of a gradient. And that's how you get that like flawless blended look, is layering like this. I'm gonna take that same brush that I used for the Beaches of Cream with no additional product on it and just go very lightly over the Creme Brule. So I'm just going back and forth between patting it in the outer corner, blending it out, and then taking the bigger fluffy brush with a tiny bit of the Beaches and Cream and blending it out. Okay, now that that is all done, I'm going to go in with yet another Makeup Geek shade. This color is Latte, going in with that same E25 by Sigma into Latte. I'm gonna go right on top, but this time I'm gonna keep it concentrated in the outer corner and just kind of that outer V area. And I'm not going even to the middle of the lid with this because I want the lid to be very bright. This is a daytime look, so to make my eyes look bigger, I'm keeping this just on the outer corner. And again, I'm taking the big fluffy brush with nothing on it and just going over very softly the crease to make sure there are no harsh lines, everything is nice and diffused. And then for the final shade, I'm doing literally the tiniest bit of this. Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's the shade Chocolate. This is the Tamara palette, so I'm just going in with this dark brown matte shade right here. And the tiniest bit, this one is so pigmented. And just a tiny bit. And this is with a pencil brush. This is just a random e.l.f. brush, eye crease brush. Any teeny tiny pencil brush like this will work. But just tiny bit on top of that frappe, smaller. So we're basically going big, small, small, smaller. And again, same thing as with the other shades. I'm just gonna alternate between packing on this chocolate color and blending until I get the desired saturation that I want. Okay, when you are satisfied with however many hours you've spent blending, you can go in with your lid shade. I always like to go in with a little bit of something shimmery, not like too crazy, but to give it a little bit more dimension to kind of brighten up the eye area. But this is a Makeup Geek shade. It's called Shimma Shimma, which is a really, really pretty champagne-y, shimmery shade. So I am gonna go in with this on a Sigma E55 shading brush just on my lid. Not gonna go past the crease here. I'm also gonna use the same shade on my brow bone, just a tiny bit on the peak of my brow. Excellent. So now I'm gonna go in on my lower lash line, and I'm gonna use a little bit of the Master Prime Primer. Okay. So I'm gonna go in with a clean pencil brush. This is the Sigma E30. You can use any pencil brush. This is kind of a smaller pointed pencil brush. I'm going back in with Creme Brule just under my lower lash line. And then with that same pencil brush, I am gonna go in with a little bit of frappe. I'm keeping this kind of on the outside, but right on top of where that Creme Brule is. I'm not gonna go further than like the center of my eye where my pupil's at with this. Then to make sure that is all nice and blended, I'm going back with the same F35? 25, goodness gracious. With no additional product, this is just the dirty one from earlier. I'm going over that whole thing. Okay. I'm gonna do my eyeliner. I'm just gonna do like a little bit of a wing eyeliner. I'm using my favorite NYX matte liquid liner. I'm not gonna go into depth about how I do my liner. If you really wanna see that, I will do that. I just feel like there's a ton of tutorials on YouTube about how to do wing eyeliner. But if you really wanna see it, I will do that for you. I'm having a weird eyeliner day, and this is getting bigger than it usually does. We're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna roll with it. Well, that got pretty dramatic pretty quick. Dope. They're getting close. I am gonna tightline my eyes. I have very, very sparse eyelashes, so I am going to tightline my eyes. Basically what that means is lining your upper waterline. I'm gonna take this liner. This is the Silk Seam liner by, I believe it's L'Oreal. I've sharpened it so much that it's gone. It's in the color Noir, so it's just a black. All right, on to the next thing. So I have done my eyeliner, I've tight lined my eyes. Next I'm gonna go into curl my lashes and with mascara. So I'm just using this Revlon lash curler. It's very dirty. Curling them really fast, and then I'm gonna go into with my mascara. This is the Loreal Voluminous False Fiber Lashes Mascara. It is one of my favorites of all time. All right, on to falsies. So I am using these very natural wispy falsies. I'm pretty sure that these are Wispy Sweet Nothings by Velour. They are for sure mink. But I'm wearing these ones a lot lately. They're just very, here, I'll hold them up for you. They're very natural, just kind of wispy, crisscrossy lashes. They're very daytime appropriate. I love them very much. I'm just gonna put glue on this. If you want a full tutorial on how I put my lashes on, what my favorite lashes are, about my favorite glue, my favorite techniques, let me know. I can do it. Just tell me what you want. Tell me what you want to see. Congratulations, it's a girl. So first I'm gonna contour and throw stuff. I'm using my NARS Eda brush, my all-time favorite. I'm going in with the Anastasia contour powder in the shade Fawn. It's kind of a cool toned brown. I'm just taking this brush, I'm gonna contour right here. Nothing too crazy. And I'm gonna kind of turn the brush sideways so that I can blend it a little bit better. Because again, I don't want this to be too defined because it is daytime. See, you can see. Turn it under there. And then I'm going to just warm up my face. I'm gonna use a larger brush. This is the Morphe E53 from the revamped, this is the Elite 2 collection. I'm gonna go in with another contour powder by Anastasia. And this is Havana. This one's a little bit warmer. You can go in with any bronzer. I'm just gonna use this to warm up my face a little bit more. I'm just gonna go over that contour powder. Oh, he being crazy over here. All right, then I'm gonna go in with the same brush for my blush. And I'm just gonna do kind of a light peachy shade. I'm gonna go in with, this is by MAC, Copper Tone. Kind of a nice peachy, it's this one. Sorry about my blush palette's destroyed, it's this right here. Just on the apples of the cheeks there. And now, my favorite part, we're gonna highlight. I'm gonna use this trio that I got from Beauty Bar Baby. She's a gal on Etsy that has her own business. She does highlighters, she does really, really good lipsticks. I love, love, love this company. I love indie makeup. I love supporting smaller brands. So this is one that is my favorite. I designed this trio myself. The shades are Mild Nudity, Naked Dolly, and Nude Scenes. All about being naked, so that's good. So I'm gonna take the shade Mild Nudity. And I'm gonna use this for my highlight. Are you seeing this? It's so pretty. And I'm gonna take some just on my finger, and I'm gonna do it right here in the bridge of my nose. Okay, onto the lips. We're gonna wrap it up here. This is by Essence. It is in the shade Lovely Frappuccino. It's just like a nice pinky nude. So as you can see, I kind of filled in my lips almost all the way, and I'm gonna go in on top of that with Anastasia Beverly Hills Vintage Lip Gloss. This is probably my favorite lip gloss ever. I don't really like lip glosses that much. I like them during the day, I like to wear to work. But generally, I'm more of a liquid lipsticks person because they last longer, but I do really love this one. Last but not least, I'm gonna set my face. I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This is my all-time favorite. When that's completely dry, I also like to spritz my face with Fix Plus. I love the smell of Fix Plus too. And that concludes this daytime kind of winged liner natural look. You can pair this with anything. You could wear this going out if you wanted to. I think it's just so beautiful, and if you want to keep watching, I will now show you how to turn this look into a more nighttime appropriate, a little bit more glowy, more vampy, and we're going to switch up the lip so you can kind of see how easy it is to go from daytime to nighttime. Alright, so getting ready to transition into nighttime, I did go ahead and take off that lipstick because that's one of the main things I'm going to be changing. So for starters, I'm going to go back with that little e.l.f. pencil brush. This is just a teeny tiny brush, and I'm going to take more of the Anastasia Beverly Hills chocolate shade. This was that dark brown. I'm going back into the crease, and I'm just adding more of this in that outer V right above the liner. We're kind of creating artificial crease right above where your natural crease is. We're not going to take it all the way in. We're going to take it probably like right where your iris starts. Do you see what I'm talking about? Right where your iris starts. So, okay, guess what we're going in with next? Sigma E25. I'm just going to blend out what we just did. I just added a tiny bit of frappe on here to help it blend. Not a lot. And you can stop there, but I want to go even more vampy and more glam, so I'm actually going to add a little bit of Anastasia Noir, which is a very dark black eyeshadow. And I'm going over that, just that outer V right here. I'm going to keep it mostly right here, and I'm going to go out toward where the wing is, like this. Stamping right like that, and I'm just creating that shape like a V with my pencil brush, and that's all I'm doing with this brush right now. Okay, and I'm going to do a little bit more chocolate on the E25, and I'm blending that black out. Okay, so that's it for the top. Now we're going to go to the lower lash line, and I'm just going to add a little bit more chocolate, and I'm using this like flat liner brush. And I'm just gonna wiggle it right up under my bottom lashes. And then I'm gonna take a clean, teeny tiny pencil brush. This one is by Makeup Geek. And I'm just gonna blend that. This has no product on it. And if you wanna go even darker than this, you can follow with a little bit of Noir or any black eyeshadow that you have to make it even darker on the lower lashes. I'm going to leave it like this because I am going in with a darker lip. So this is where I'm leaving it for right now. I'm going to add more highlight because I wanted to in the first place, but it was daytime appropriate. But now we going out, so I'm going to add more. Oh, yeah. A lot of you probably think this is ridiculous, but if you've seen like one of my Instagram photos, you know I'm like into ridiculous, so that's what it is. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a, ooh, this is looking white. Oh girl, oh girl, that's what it is. Then I'm gonna go in with a vampy lip. You can use whatever you want, but I'm gonna use LAX by ColourPop. It is one of their liquid matte lipsticks. I wasn't gonna overdraw them, but then I made a mistake, so we're going in now. Okay. And that is the completed look of the Day to Night Vampy. This is the complete Vampy version. This is going to be perfect for fall. The only other thing you could do is add glitter. If you're new to glitter, I would say the easiest is probably a glitter liner, just because it's not as messy as loose glitter. Loose glitter's a nightmare until you get used to it. So we're gonna go ahead and add some glitter. This one is by NYX. As you can tell, I really love NYX liners. This is the liquid crystal line in LCL 104 Crystal Silk. So it's just kind of a gold glitter. We'll have a little bit of this, why not? I'm not going to do too much, I'm just going to follow the liner. And just kind of go right on top of that. But anyways, so this after glitter is the completed look for today, just for going out or just for, you know, normal everyday office wear. you want. Do what you want. I love glitter. I wear glitter to work all the time. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any ideas for the future, please leave a comment, slide into them DMs on Instagram, message me on Facebook. I am on Facebook, Makeup by Karen Elam. I'm on Instagram, KM Elam. I will go ahead and link everything below. Also below will be every product that I used today. And I, again, appreciate your patience with this. I know this was probably not perfect. It was my very first time, so bear with me. I promise I will get better. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, I am going to keep track of the comments, so I will be responding. Until next time, I am so excited to start on this journey with you, and thank you so much for watching.